What up? What up? This Ibn Webb, Quran, and some here. Another official thing situation here. Got my college boys jumping on here. Go down memory lane, get a laugh or two, talk about fatherhood some, and you know how I do. I mean, kind of just get them boxed in, let them know my appreciation for them. That ain't the first time I done told them or share that with them, but it doesn't hurt to always just let people know. Like I said, I think even with this whole official thanks thing I've been doing, giving them the stab at, it's been cool just catching up with people, but just letting people know, like when it's all said and done, like how much they mean to you. We don't get a chance to always do that. Life coming and going. Obviously, over this last year and change, this pandemic situation here, but hopefully, like I said, we all could just reach out to somebody. You just never know where somebody at in their life here. Just a little pick me up or what have you. So that's what it is. So just hold tight. Nah, that's cool. That's cool. General.
What's good? What's good?
Nah, chilling, man. See,
what's
up,
fellas?
Man?
It's good. It's good.
Trying to multitask.
Right?
Yeah.
Trying to cook a little dinner.
P, what you got? You got the flip phone?
Nah, yo, I got this Android. Hold on, let me put on the camera. Let me see what's going on.
That's what I was asking, man.
Let's see where we at. All right, I got it.
How do I get on this? Transfer this to my computer.
That Migos special.
What you say, see?
He got that Migos wood grain special.
Yeah. Nah, cool. Nah, man. Good to see y'all, man. Everybody good, families, everybody safe and sound, healthy, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
One good here.
Nah, cool. What you cooking on that grill, see?
Yeah. Got some burgers and stuff on out here.
Oh, all right. Like the sun is out, man. Like it was about to rain up here.
Yeah, no, it was pouring. I think the weekend it cleared up the past 2 days, and you're supposed to get rain the next 2 days, and then I think from like Saturday on, it's supposed to be like in the 90s for the most part.
Yeah, same here.
Nah, cool, man. Nah, I appreciate y'all jumping on. I know I caught a couple of the guys the other day here, man. I know Ed done turned into some fake ass journalists or something here. I don't know. But yeah, just something cool. I just kind of just tried to do it. I know I talked to you guys a couple of months ago, but it was just like, let me just reach out to people, whether, family, school family, just everybody, man. So it's been pretty cool in that regards, man, just connecting with people and actually some people I've met along the way here, just kind of on some cool stuff, man. So I was just like, let me just circle back, try to just get you guys on, man. Just wanted to, especially being June and, Father's Day and all that. But like I said, that's every day for us. You know what I mean? Not just the third Sunday of June here, man. But
right.
Talk some father talk and just what have you there. But wanted to be nosy a little bit. I was just curious, you guys, how did y'all end up at Southern?
You said at Southern?
Yeah.
Well, I ended up at Southern because I was being recruited by UConn and Hofstra. The Hofstra fell through, and UConn kind of fell through. So you know how Southern, they do that secondary recruiting through like the other schools. So at that point, I was considered a major recruit for UConn. I didn't go through, and then Coach Dodge swung through to the school. And I visited a couple D2 schools, ended up going to Southern. So that's how I ended up here.
Okay. I never knew that. So you had some UConn and all them on your tail, huh? Blacked out, see?
Yeah, you got to turn the Wi-Fi off, see?
Yeah, look at you. Talk about people.
See?
He disappeared?
Yeah, he disappeared. He'll be back, man. But yeah, how'd y'all end up there? I'm just curious.
Me personally, I had a couple choices, but state school, save a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Parents were, didn't have a lot of money, so I just had to go where I kind of fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I got accepted into a couple schools down south, but I didn't really want to go too far from home yet.
Yeah.
So I just decided to, keep it close and local.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. How about you, P?
When I was leaving high school, I was making a couple of choices, and then I just was on some fucking shit, and I had a cousin who went to Southern. My cousin Tracy. So I came up there for a visit, and I was just like, all right, I'll do that. And that's how I got in.
Yeah.
Straight like that, huh?
Yeah. Nah, that's cool, man. Like I said, I just never knew. I mean, everybody got a story how they ended up somewhere. But as far as this, even with college, I was just curious how that happened here. And then I know you guys, obviously, we all connected and all that other stuff here, man. Then ultimately, we transitioned out and life took over. You know, what had you here? And ultimately, I know we all, whether different phases of our lives, man, we became fathers here. You know, so my question to you guys, even with that being a dad here, like, what does fatherhood mean to y'all?
Wow.
I don't know. One word, everything.
Now, see, look at you. You're talking about people, but you look at you.
I'm back.
Oh, dropped everything.
If you could let me in. Okay. I'm just switching from my computer. Sorry.
No problem.
Let me log out of this one.
Sharon is blowing my phone up. That's why I got kicked out.
Oh, now you want to blame the wife. Look at you.
She knows it's her fault.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry, I forgot.
Nah, that's funny, man. But yeah, father, what's that mean to you guys?
I don't know. I mean, it's a motivating factor. So I guess my main motivation at this point.
Okay.
For me, it's motivation, it's redemption, it's providing what I didn't have. Like I know you remember taking me to Nobody Beats the Wiz and getting that VCR from my pops.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's since then, I could probably count 5 times since I've seen that dude.
Yeah.
So like me and my pops is, you know, he was who he is. You know, he chose the bottle and the chicks and was out there running around. So all the life lessons and all the stuff like that, I really didn't get. So now I got a daughter and I get to be, you know, like I get to see it from a different perspective. I get to, you know, do the talking, do the whole, you know, telling her I'm there, I'm daddy, you know, providing, doing all the stuff that, you know, you think you're supposed to do as a dad, but you really don't have a blueprint for it. So you kind of just keep going as you're going and like, yo, am I doing this right? I don't even know. And like, it's a whole life-changing experience. It really is. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah. It's crazy you said redemption. That's strong, man. That's a strong word, man. So is that in regards to just pops or just in general?
With regards to, you know, my pops, regards to me, you know, there's been times in my life I really wasn't the best dude, you know, and then this living, and now I got a daughter, you know, you think of all the crazy shit you did to get the math out there, like, damn, yo, you know, guy got a funny sense of humor. But you know, it's like no matter what I am or what I was, my daughter sees her hero. And that's important.
That's real, man. Appreciate
that.
Honesty,
I had missed the question. I was transferring over to my computer. What was the question you asked?
What's fatherhood mean to you?
Oh, okay. Damn. Oh, I think I heard somebody say everything, and it's just true, man. It's like, I mean, you guys know I haven't had a choice, but my daughter was born when I was at Southern. You know, so I had to giddy up real quick. But, you know, luckily, you know, I was born in a 2-family home. You know, I had both parents up into college when they divorced. So, you know, I got to see both sides of my parents and how they parented myself and my sister. And I think I just kind of, I know I mimicked that, you know, because I see myself the way they are, you know, the way my parents were. I'm the same way with my kids. You know, my mom is very overly giving. You know, do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need help with this? You know, and she's a person who doesn't have it all, but she's always offering, you know, so I tend to, you know, do that with my kids. Pops was more of a silent leader, you know, he just showed pretty much by his presence and just being there, you know, he's a financial guy. So, you know, and that's kind of, you know, what I was to my daughter, you know, what I am to my daughter still and my son at this point. But, you know, my daughter graduated college, so she's pretty much on her own, but she doesn't really need help. But that's what it, you know, that's me, man. Those are my lifelines, you know.
Yeah. And then you double back too, because what's the age difference between, you know, your kids?
24. My daughter just turned. My son will be 13, so like 11 years.
Okay. Yeah. That's crazy, man, in a sense, and it's great too, man. It's kind of like you got to do it all over again, and I'm sure, like, some things you probably done totally different, you know, with your son versus Destiny here.
Yeah, because I was still young when Destiny was born. You know, like I said, at Southern, running back and forth. You know, you heard the story before, back and forth to Norwalk, and you know, Tebow giving me rides to the train station or picking me up from the train station and just hustling, to, you know, working at, you know, on the weekends. And you know, when I was with my son, when he was born, I was more not advanced. Yeah, I guess you could say advanced, you know, and just learning how to do and be and just, you know, be more comforting and be more attentive. I have more time to spend with him. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
You know, you know, my daughters live with her mother. You know, when I graduated, she would, you know, I would have my days. She would have her days. We would split the week up. But for the most part, she was always with her mom. But we still have a great tight relationship to this day. You know, it's never no beef or anything like that. But yeah, my son is the total opposite. I was kind of like the mom and dad for him inside the home that I lived in, because, you know, me and Shorty wasn't getting along, and my son was so attached to me even to this day. And he lives with me now, you know, still. You know, his mom gets him on the weekends. So, you know, that's the kind of schedule we have, you know.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, man. What makes a father a father? Sound like I'm giving y'all SAT questions or something. Yes,
nah, yo, you got some deep questions. I think being willing to spend the time, being willing to provide the support, being willing to discipline, being willing to put someone before your own needs, being the voice of reason, being, you know, it's like people say there's a difference between being a father and being a daddy. It's being willing to grow along with your kids, because that's ultimately what happens. You know, you end up being the person that you are changes because you got a kid, and you know, you learn patience. Whatever the thing is that you're lacking, you end up developing, because there's no choice. A baby is going to require patience, development, time, you know, the support, the love that you may not have been used to, or your environment told you couldn't show. You're going to show. You're going to end up showing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with everything P said, and just presence, man. Just, you know, being there. You know, that he kind of summed it all up. But if I had to sum it up in that one word, just presence, man. Like you said, your life kind of gets put on hold, you know.
And, I say selflessness and sacrifice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's day in and day out too.
Yeah.
What about as far as just being a Black father, especially today?
Definitely, you have to lead with, well, being a Black father, you got to instill some wisdom and try to teach them your experiences. Because, I mean, growing up today's society, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us have had some type of run-in with law enforcement one way or another growing up, and how we dealt with it. And I mean, I'm sure we've dealt with some form of, I don't know, abuse of power or police brutality, or know someone that's been through it. So, I mean, you don't want your child to go through it. You kind of want to give them some guidance so they can avert those situations. And I mean, they all brought up, we try to bring our kids up better than we were brought up. I'm not saying my parents did anything wrong, but I mean, Xavier's pretty, I wouldn't say he's sheltered, but he really hasn't experienced a lot of stuff. It's not saying I grew up in the middle of the hood, but I had more life experiences than he did at this point. That's because he's, you know, the experiences he's been brought up in, the after school activities, the structure. So, you know, I try to lead him on a better path than I was led.
To me too, it's part of
education is the key. He's a straight A student. I wasn't a straight A student, so he's already one step ahead of me at this point in life.
Yeah. Maybe just conversations, just always coming back, circling back to real live events that are occurring. When it's all over the TV, the news. So I'll have him sit down with me and watch some of these videos and, have a conversation with him and ask him if he has any questions or does he understand why these things are happening, so just being, knowledgeable and being able to let him hear and see what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I haven't experienced or had a chance. My daughter's only 3, but I'm a father and I'm a stepfather, so it's a little bit different. It shouldn't be, but it is. Talking to the boys in the house, trying to help them understand, it's almost unnerving. Like, to me, the boys are much sheltered. Growing up in the house, they had grandma, granddaddy, or everybody around. They had a nice little family structure, and but still, Atlanta's Atlanta, so you're gonna encounter certain things. So when you see it, you because of who we are and how we grew up, you can see where things are heading. Like, yo, you need to chill. But that testosterone kicks in, or whatever it is at that age, because we were all like that. You end up in certain situations. You see when things are happening. So you try and show certain things. You try and coach certain things. And it's like, yo, you try to be the voice of reason, knowing the full outcome of what can possibly happen. And that to me is the scary part, because, we're adults, we're watching the news, we're looking at stuff. We've had life experiences, we're like teenagers, you feel invincible. All you know is you got your dick in your hand swinging like, yeah, I'm the baddest motherfucker out here. But life ain't like that. Life ain't like that.
Yeah.
You don't understand until you're there, and then you're like, damn, yo, I should have listened. So it's to me, being a black father and a black stepfather is scary to me. It really is.
Yeah, nah, that's real, man. That's real. What's your styles like? What's your parenting styles like? I know everybody parent different. What's your styles like? I mean, one of y'all might be ODB. I don't know, somebody, no father to your style. I don't know. Nah, but what's your styles like, man?
I'm just kind of laid back.
I think I'm patient. I think I try to, out of us two, out of me and Sharonda, I'm the more patient one. And it takes a lot to get me to that point. But like Xavier pushes me there all the time. He's like, I think your children are a reflection of you. And like, I know I was a smart ass growing up. He like me times 10. He like more advanced, more of a smart ass than me at like 12. So like my mother say, yeah, well, you used to do that, or my uncle. So I'm like, oh, I guess so. So I'm like, Xavier, don't listen, this and that. So they're like, yeah, well, that's what you used to do. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm getting it back.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty patient with him for the most part.
I'm like the same as C, patient and just kind of laid back, man.
Yeah.
My style, not really a yeller. My son hasn't, he's 12, turning 13. He hasn't tested me yet, so we haven't gotten to those battles yet. But, and as far as with my daughter, I was, daddy's girl, man. So that was I'm a softie for the kids, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I got to lay the hammer down, he know what time it is when my voice get raised, or I might curse him out a little bit when he, doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, I'm just chill, man. That's how my parents were. They let us learn by example, from, learning from our mistakes,
Yeah.
And that's what I do, man. He's not a bad kid at all, man. Like they were saying earlier, these kids are sheltered, and they didn't grow up like we did, where we at our cousin's house every weekend, at a grandparents' house, or just hanging out, and our parents having card night. We all going hanging out with my cousins and stuff. We stay
Card
up
night,
4 in the morning.
yeah. With the vanilla
the kids
envelopes stashed.
Yeah, you already know. So, the fish dinner, everybody making dinners. You got to pay the pot. All that stuff. But they don't get that. Our kids don't. Well, my kids don't get that.
Yeah.
And it's it's a little rough. My son's pretty much a loner. He's on his video game playing his 2K. He has friends. He stays at night and stuff like that. But I think he'd rather just be alone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should be nervous about that, or that's just the world we live in right now.
Yeah.
Well, kids all into the video game, so
Right.
I know Xavier. That's like my problem. Like between, I say outside of if he wasn't such a great student, but it's Xbox, eat, school. I'm like, why don't you get out the house and do something, get some fresh air, or something. So you got to force him to get out the house for the most part. What the hell happened? I did something without the video.
No, you good.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, but for that, I just, I just think I'm not trying to be a sports dad or anything like that. So, I let him do what he wants for the most part. But as far as these sports he plays, I told him the older, as you keep playing, you got to, work on your skills and put a little extra effort. Like for the most part, he just shows up and plays. He's been getting away with it to this point. But, especially with lacrosse and basketball, he's been playing up for basketball, even though he's not really, I told him I don't think he's that nice, but he's been playing up basketball and lacrosse he's pretty good. People tell him he's pretty good, so I'm looking into maybe getting him on a club team or whatever. Someone like, if you got to make a commitment though. I'm not trying to spend all this money and you're not putting in any effort. So.
Yeah.
So he's been putting in a little work, so I have to give him that.
What about you, P, man? I know you got the youngest one in the group.
Well, shoot, for me, you gotta remember, I started off as a stepfather, so I had no kids, no experience. So I was the old dude yelling in the yard. I'm that dude. I was that dude for the longest, man. And then it just wasn't working. And I got some hard heads, man. These little motherfuckers, they don't give a shit. So I kind of just, the more you yell, the more stress you take on. And I really had to just focus on trying to change certain things. And then when my baby got born, I was like, look, I got to be here, because if not, I'm just going to yell myself into a stroke. Like, I'm not doing that shit for nobody. I'm going to be here for her. So now I just talk. And, if they listen, they listen. If not, look, man, you got yourself into this. What you going to do? Because I'm going to be right here. Be right here. I told you what you can do. I told you what you can't do. If you choose to listen, you take it. All I know is I told you the right thing. So right now it's not even patience. It's passive. What's the word?
Hey guys, Xavier, come here, man.
Barking already.
Yeah, there you go. Nah, it's secondary to me. I guess it's secondary parenting, because stepfather, you that stepfather title, you only get a certain amount of respect. So but now they starting to see as they get older, like, yo, he really was trying to teach me something. So we have little conversations now.
How old are they, P?
I got a 17-year-old and a 18-year-old. No, excuse me, 18, 19.
How long you been with them since they were what age?
8 years. 8 years, yeah. 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. Excuse me, it's 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I rode the rough. They was, there was no father figure for them And so, you know, when you have a wife that has kids and she was doing it on her own, you know, they try to be the mother and the father and don't know how to balance that shit out. You know, they either too accommodating or not strict enough. And then here I come like, yo, that ain't how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, you know, like we always joke about this one thing when we was early dating, we went to the mall and, you know, I get out the car and everybody gets out the car and they just took off. Now that was an ass whooping for me. That was a straight ass whooping for me. Like, you just take off in the mall, just dipping like, yo, what the hell? No, so we had to have a conversation about like why you like, no, you don't let your kids just run around the mall. That's the kids the parents be talking about. Like, yo, you got badass kids running around the mall. You don't do that. So we had to have, I'm providing structure, and, you know, kids hate structure when they don't have that. You know, I'm providing, you know, the no, you cannot, no means no. This is what it is. It's no, there's no running back and forth on this. This is what it is. So I became the strict dude.
Yeah, man, I can relate, obviously, with the step parent thing. You know, obviously, I met my wife. He was 8. We didn't get married till obviously later on. What was he, 14, 15? Nah, I can relate. And his dad is in his life. You know, his dad is in his life. Our styles are totally different, you know, as far as him, his father, and me. You know, so my position I just took was just kind of like, you know what? And that's his dad. His dad is in his life. I mean, obviously, you got a lot of fatherless kids. Never mind his style. Let him do what he can. And then when there's an opening, as far as for me to show him something or what have you, that was just what I did. You know, yeah, that was kind of how I did it. When it was time to, like, my house, my rules. So I mean, so obviously that was just my position. Like, but in regards, I was mindful. You know, that's your father, and like I said, he's in your life. But when I saw openings to do things or what have you, you know, I wasn't trying to, you know, outdo his pops or what have you. But it's just some things I'm just like, I can't sit here and let this go, you know, without showing him something. I was like, you know, I'll be less of a person if I allow that to fly. You know what I mean? So like I said, so there was like situations where I had to do something to step in. I just stepped in, man. But you know, I still tried to keep that balance, just knowing, like I said, his father was in his life, and despite our styles, he was in his life.
Do you get along with the other dad?
No, we don't. No, we had a situation based on basically what I was just talking about.
Okay.
You know, it was just kind of one of those things in regards to, like, you know, him speaking to his ex-wife, my wife, you know, in regards to, like, as far as, you know, how I talked to him or how I addressed him, you know, as far as, this is years ago, though. This is one of those things where it was just like, you know, he got out of pocket with his mom's, and I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, okay, let me go watch TV now. You know what I mean? It was just like, I'll address it. You know what I mean? So it was so obviously, you know, he went back, you know, to his dad, said something. His dad went to his mom and was like, I thought we were supposed to just talk this out. And my situation with that was more or less like, talk to me about that. Don't go to her.
Yeah.
You know, and I said that from the beginning. You got a problem with me, come to me. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting my hands on him, or I didn't have to never do that. I just addressed him. Was like, you're not going to just talk all crazy, you know, to your mom here. So I caught up with him. I had to say hello. You know, you know what I mean? It was just kind of one of those things. It's like, come to me, you got an issue. You know, leave his mom out of it. You got the issue with me. But like I said, I was just addressing, you know, I was just addressing your son, my stepson, in regards to, like, hey, he was out of line, and that's it. Like I said, and we're not gonna have this conversation anymore. It's like, my house, my rules. You know what I mean? I'm not militant, I'm no drill sergeant. I'm about as laid back as they come. But once things need to get addressed, they will get addressed. And so we don't have no relationship. I mean, though I wish it was one, I could carry it either way, to be honest with you. But me and my stepson, cool. We good. I mean, he's 24. He's 24 now. 24.
Oh, yeah.
So no, we good. And I think, and when some heavy stuff went down, he came to me. He didn't go to his parents. He came to me. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up.
Yeah, so it's just kind of one of those things here. To P's point, I always, one of those sayings I always said, and then you know, we'll get our kudos later. You know what I mean? They don't understand it like right then and there.
Guys,
you know what I mean? It ain't, you know what I mean? They'll
Xavier,
figure it out later. So
guys,
Like you might gotta call Child Protection Services on scene.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Xavier.
That's how Child put you on mute. See, I want you know what I mean? They don't need no proof.
Word.
Nah, Xavier, man. This guy not doing his tasks. Table, come on, homie.
There you go.
You getting it back.
Right there.
Yeah, you getting it back. That's what you said. So now that's cool, man. That step parent and father thing, man. I know Xavier, what's up, man?
So X,
Hey, what you doing, man? This guy, man. You don't know the people. Yeah, hold on. He looking at the list who's on the call. I'm like, it's not even you know anyone.
Yeah. As far as the whole co-parenting thing, man, how you guys been as far as with whether it's the wife, the girlfriend, or just your child's mother? Like, how is that? I know it's a delicate balance. Like, just kind of how's that been?
yeah, for me it's been all right, man. With my daughter's mom, initially it was a little bit of a struggle, because we weren't together, and she was back and forth, and tax season. I'm like, yo, I got her just as much as you. Why I can't get the taxes this year? You know what I'm saying? We was really beefing on that shit. But
yeah.
Since then, we've been cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
My son's mom, our relationship is all right. It's just in the middle. It ain't bad, it ain't good. It's more good than bad. But
Mm-hmm.
we speak when we need to. She be on her shit. I just let her be. And damn, I'm all over the place. I got 3 of them. And then I got my lady that I live with.
Mhm.
Our styles are a little bit different. She's more the aggressor, and I'm more the like P said earlier. I'm the one who the kids come to, for a calm voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's more like, do this, do that, and I'm like, yo, just chill. You don't got to talk to him like that, And initially we have 2 different styles. She's more aggressive. I'm more laid back. I'm like, yo, I don't like the way you're talking to my son.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk to him like that. So why are you talking to him like that? But I get the way she was, just her delivery wasn't the best at times that I thought, but that's just the way she grew up, coming from her father was, rah, 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 do this, do that, do that. So, we tend to be a reflection of our parents, but in the end, it all worked out. It's a conversation, and, we both, met somewhere in the middle, and we're good with our parenting right now. Bless you.
Thank you.
How about you, P?
I guess it's different. Like with the baby, I'm shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm the pushover, yo. She be like, Daddy, and I'm like, damn. All right, what you want? I'm still learning to balance that out.
Mm-hmm.
With the older kids, it's you working now. I'm trying to teach them how to balance their money. So they're like, yo, I'm gonna go buy these over here. I'm like, dude, you got a car right here. Why don't you just go buy some tires for the car? I fix the car, put the tires in the car. It's freedom, you get that up and running. So it's trying to teach the lessons.
Yeah.
With my wife, she's just like, she's kind of, boys will be boys type thing. And I'm like, nah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because, we can get out there and do some things. So she's learning balance. I'm learning balance. We're learning it together.
Yeah. Joe Jackson over there, are you back?
Oh, yeah. Between that and the cell phone, ask this guy to do something, come back. I'm like, yo, did I ask you to take the trash out? Like, oh, yeah. Still sitting there. He's like, I got you. This is before. He's like, I got you. I come back. I'm like, yo, it's still here.
Yo, funny thing, and I don't mean to.
Looking at something.
Yeah, I mean to start the garbage thing. Like I said, I've always had I always had a fear with the garbage. My father, is a storyteller. I know I'm digressing, but it kind of ties into this. My grandfather, country boy. You know what I mean? Like it was a garbage situation. He asked my father to take the garbage out. Father's like, yeah, I get to it. Another day or 2 passed. He kept asking her, take the garbage out. He's like, I'm gonna take it out. Pops went on with the seat, whatever. Next thing you know, when Pops told me he woke up, shook up, like shaking, grandfather dumped the garbage on him. He just poured the garbage on. He just like, now take the garbage out. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good lesson. That's a
Yeah.
good lesson.
Yeah. Nah, he told me that when I was little,
Oh,
so
man.
he said I'll never do it, but I never trusted him, so I wasn't gonna try it, man. But yeah, my grandfather
They
played.
just a couple
Some
steps away from
them
that.
country boys don't care, man.
Yeah.
But no, see, as far as you and the wife did, man, like, the whole co-parenting thing, man. I know it's a delicate balance.
Well, she'd be like on the other end of the spectrum, like Paul's talking about yelling and catching a stroke. She like that times 10. So that's why I'm so patient. I try to get her calm down. Like, you need to calm down. You wilding out. Like, I don't care. Like, okay. Like, that's why you're not listening. I was like, you wilding out. Tell them the same thing like 10 times. Apparently it's not, it's not working. We need a different approach.
Mm-hmm.
You just giving yourself an aneurysm. He's like chilling, like whatever. That's another thing too. He's like so nonchalant. Like, you punish him. He's like, all right, cool. I'm like, damn, how do you get to this guy? So that's the only thing, like taking away his game and his cell phone. But other than that, he like, whatever. Care less. So, but she'd be like falling out, killing herself. And he like, all right.
Yeah, it's crazy to
Appreciate
say
about
that,
being
man.
appreciative.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like,
to say
kids don't realize that at this age to appreciate you or what they have. They just kids. Like, I didn't appreciate. I mean, I love my parents, but I didn't realize what they were sacrificing for me at that point. I just know I was asking for stuff and getting most of the stuff I asked for most of the time. But I mean, kids don't realize that. She's like, you realize, how much I do for you? I'm like, yo, you could care less. You like, it's like talking to the tree. You give them that speech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Now, as far as kids, man, I know I've heard different responses to this. As far as, do they have it harder? Did they have it harder than us?
With the kids?
Yeah.
Do they have it now harder than we had it?
Correct.
I don't. Well, I think society is different. So maybe society is harder. Like with the, I guess anything you do wrong might be captured on a cell phone, so you gotta be more vigilant. And with the cyberbullying and all that other stuff, so in certain aspects, society is different, and they're numb to a lot of stuff that we were. Like, you can just go online and see someone get killed or whatever. Like, we didn't have that access to be desensitized to, like, the way society is. So I think society in a whole is a lot rougher, but them coming up, they're not in a rougher situation, but society is worse. And there's more, I guess, problems out there. Like, I used to go play in a neighborhood and not worry about anything. Now, I mean, it's not like I live in a bad neighborhood, but you never know what happens. You want to keep an eye on your kids and make sure they get home safely. So nowadays you can get popped anywhere. Back then that was reserved for being in a bad area, but anywhere anything can happen. Now that's how I feel. I'm always vigilant and aware of my surroundings and everything. So society is worse, but that's what I think.
What about you guys?
For children coming up.
I don't know. It's hard to tell, man. Sometimes, I mean, I agree with Tebow was saying as far as society, but growing up, I don't think they had it any worse than I did. Because, like I said,
yeah, you guys can eat. I told you that.
To reciprocate what my parents did with my kids, so I think they got it fairly easy right now. I don't know. The only thing I can go back to is having my kid early, so I had to sacrifice a lot. And they don't have the, my daughter was smart enough not to have a kid yet, or while she was in school, so she didn't have to struggle with that aspect like I did. So besides society, man, I think they got it pretty good, man, or even, at least me, it's pretty much even from how I grew up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I grew where I grew up at, right around the corner was like the mad crack den. So, going to school, you had to pass all of this stuff, and I'm knowing parents of friends who out there on crack and all that, and then, trying to make it from home to school and going through different neighborhoods, and it's whatever. You ain't from this part of the Bronx, you got to deal with something. So, I mean, it is what it is. But now these kids, they spend all their time inside and they have no idea how to talk to people face to face. So when they don't get enough likes or they don't get enough, or they lose on videos, they be ready to off themselves. So I don't really know. I mean, it's crazy to me because they doing all this cursing and all this stuff online, and like their avatars are like the best things to them, but that's their whole world. So I don't know how to compare it because, our real life was different, but they're this time now with this pandemic, and you had to be forced inside, which was perfect for their little worlds when they could get out there and they can get on a video game and they have a whole world that they created, but they don't know how to adjust to real life. And if something goes wrong in that alternate universe that they created, it's like the end of the earth. I really don't know, because like one thing that's minor to me is like World War III to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't really compare it. But it's crazy to me. So they may have it worse, because what happens when you actually have to interact with people face to face? What do they do?
True.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because my son was going to like a different barber for a minute, and he was like 26 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying like, I'm not old. He's like, but nowadays the kids don't know how to communicate. So he's like, he went to a party. He's like, there's a whole bunch of kids like 22, 23. He said, girls on the dance floor, all the guys are staring around on like their phone, like just text, like looking at their phone. So he like sending text messages like, yo, why don't you get out there and like dance with some of the girls? Like they wasn't interacting. They couldn't talk face to face. He's like, yo, this is crazy. He's like, I'm only 26. He's like, but the younger generation, they don't like, just go out there and talk to her. She's like, right there. He's like, they sending text messages. They standing around. He's like, it's crazy. They don't know how to communicate. So I'm like, yes. You put them in a room together and just say talk. They probably sit there and look at each other for the whole night. So I don't know.
True.
That face to face is
Now you're right though.
That's a lost
even when
art.
they do go to each other's houses, they like my son, he's bringing his computer with him. And like, they playing against each other in the same room. Like, what the fuck? What the
Yeah.
Gotta get outside, He stayed at his boy house last week, brought his computer, brought his phone with him, playing games. And luckily the mom that was over there made him go outside to play ball and stuff. But my son, he heard that he was about to go outside, play ball. He called me talking about he wanted to get picked up. I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go play ball? Like, go outside for a little, get some air, man. So, I came out the gym. I ended up picking him up a little bit earlier. But it's crazy, man. I don't really get it, but that's the times we in, man.
Man,
yeah, especially those games. It's funny with Xavier because he's kind of weird. Like he's very charismatic. Actually, like he played lacrosse. So he's like the only black kid on the team. He played in-town football where, the football Roselle is they kind of hood, and he played in Elizabeth. He went to camp in the city of Elizabeth. So like Xavier, he fits in everywhere. He fits in with the damn the rich kids, the kids in the hood. So he's kind of, I don't know, Xavier's he's charismatic. Wherever he goes, people like follow him too. Like he ends up a leader. You drop him off, you come back, he telling people what to do or whatever. That's what my brother calls him. He's been calling him a governor since he was born. That was after Chris Christie. He's like the governor because he's telling people what the hell to do and shit. But yeah, he's like, so I mean, as far as that, I guess he'll be all right in life due to the fact that everywhere he goes, he stands out as a leader. But as far as the games and stuff like that, it takes up so much time. He's playing a game. If he get kicked off the game, then he watching a YouTube video of people playing games. I'm like, you watching people playing games? I'm like, yeah.
Word.
Like, nah, man.
Man,
like
these boys,
days, never.
Man,
like,
these boys here, they be sitting there, like they got like one got a girl and like he's FaceTiming her from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep. They fall asleep with each other on FaceTime, listening to each other snore. I'm like, dude,
oh man,
you 19. Like, how were you this committed to this one girl? Like, and she knows everything. Got each other's location on, so they know exactly where they are. And I'm like, yo, like if you break up with this chick, like I'm gonna have to put you on watch. Because I know
it's a rider.
What's good, fellas?
Oh man, look at the rider right there. What's good, homie?
Yeah, the ski mask on. I thought he was about to rob someone.
I ain't changed up like that yet, man. What's good, baby?
What's going on, man?
What's good, man? What's good?
Walking these mean streets right now, man.
All right, nah. Nah, man, we just cool, man. Just chopping it up, man. I'm about to throw you right on the spot, man. These kids they got it easier or harder these days.
Oh, man, come on, man. I already know. And y'all know, man, these kids got it much easier, man. I was just talking about that with my folks, man.
Yeah.
How these kids got it. They got it easier, and it ain't even better. That's the killer part. We had it better, and we had to get at it more intense than they did, man.
Mm-hmm.
Our struggle was more real than theirs. And, yo, if I had to choose between doing it their way and our way all day.
Yeah. Did the whip start up?
You about to go put $2 worth of gas in there.
Give me a half a gallon.
Man, it was like that down here for a minute when they had no gas. So it was like there was no gas anywhere down here for a minute.
That's like how it was when we had the hurricane up here. They had people to go get gas on like even and odd days, depending on your license plate.
Oh, word.
He was out here banging out at the gas station.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was people fighting, cutting. They was cutting lines. You driving to other parts of town. It was crazy.
Yeah, I saw it on the news, man. Rod, you still there? You your phone went out. Sound about right. He got the true throwaway phone, right?
And Rod's phone ran out of minutes.
Yeah, he was going to T-Mobile to pay the bill real quick.
Yeah.
He'll be right
there.
Yeah, 3 minutes left.
Got the prepaid.
Time to say what's up.
Gotta wait till after 9 before everything's free.
He still got that plan. Yeah, he still got that.
I'll say Rod disappeared. He's about to drop something. Like I was just talking about this. Go on, like damn, what happened?
There you go.
There he is.
Yeah. This
my bad, yo.
Nah, ain't nothing, man. We know your situation. Car might not start phone. You got T. You got T something. I don't know if it's T-Mobile, but you got T something. Yeah, so we know you know your situation, man. Pete said your phone ain't free. 3 minutes to after 9 anyway. You still on that plan?
Whatever works.
Yeah. I want to have some fun real quick, man. Just a couple of questions as far as just what you guys think here. So y'all think about this being in Connecticut, those who ain't from Connecticut, but 95 or the Merit?
Merit for me.
The Merit.
Yeah. I ain't trying to be difficult, man. It depends on what time of the day it is, man. But yeah, I stay on 95. A lot of the stuff I do is on 95 though, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I could better navigate on 95, but like everybody's saying, if it's clear, the Merit is the easiest shoot straight through though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Pete, you remember the Merit?
Oh yeah.
Some time.
Oh yeah, but it's true. It's been a minute since I drove on the Merit. Most of the time when I'm coming home, I'm on 95. Yeah, it's been a minute, so I couldn't even tell you honestly.
Yeah, better time, high school or college?
Ooh.
No, that's college hands down, yo.
No, I had
college
a lot of fun in high
down,
school, man. I had a lot of fun at North High, man.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy, Dax? I was just talking about that with them dudes, man.
Uh-huh.
I used to kick it in North High, man.
Yeah.
But yo, I had a ball at Southern, man. I really did.
I would say college. I would say college. Yeah, I mean,
to say something too.
High school shit. It was mad fights going back and forth. I went to a private school. I got in on some academic shit and then fucked everything up. when I discovered girls for real. And so I had to travel from my area to like the north end of the Bronx by Yonkers.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pass by Edenwald Projects, Mott Pavement Projects, Kennedy High School, Roosevelt High School. Man, here I am. I'm walking with a tie on and a shirt on and some slacks, and these cats is coming out with Timbs. You know, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. Box cutters every day coming home high school, carrying a blade in my mouth. It was not it.
Yeah. Here's one for y'all. For that ass or hot rod in the burning flames?
I'm going with the burning flames. They was on some shit, man.
Man.
Yo, man, I can't call it, man.
That's a memory and a half.
I can't call it.
That's a memory and a half. That's funny.
The tape's still floating around, man.
Yeah, they floating around there. Somebody got them.
The tape's still floating around, man. Here's a spot for y'all when y'all back in college. As far as what did the distributor mean to you guys?
Oh, you talking about the record shop?
The record shop.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mad memory.
That was you and Sebo Boys, yo.
What was his name?
It put me on.
Was it Raj? I don't remember. What's the old white guy? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it was Raj. Yeah.
Riding with Sebo. What'd he say? Ass, gas, and cash. What'd he say, Sebo?
And he started laughing too.
Crazy white boys in their 50s, 60s just knowing hip hop and everything.
Yeah.
You ask them, they pretty much had too. They pretty
Yeah,
much
everything, man. If not,
Home
I
like,
order
yo,
for you.
Home like, yo, don't waste my time, man. Home had the box with all the new stuff that was out, yo, right there on the counter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Right across from Stop and Shop, was it or something?
Right off what's that? Dixwell, right off
Dixwell, yeah.
What 10 cent wings at Con Hall.
Oh man.
Or Con Hall.
Con Hall, man.
You gotta appreciate both of them, man, for different reasons.
Depend if Big Barb is working.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, rest in peace.
You gotta appreciate both of them. Yo, man. But that 10 cent wings, yo, that was a life changer, yo.
Mm-hmm.
10 cent wings was a life changer, man.
Yeah.
What was that, Dallas?
Couple of spots.
At New West. We started at New West.
Yeah, it was a couple of spots.
Okay.
Now, speaking of that, we got you got Vern or Barb?
Who or Barb?
I used to rock with Vern, yo.
Vern or Barb?
Oh man. Damn.
Shit.
Might have to go with Vern. Barb is confined to the kitchen. Vern is all over the place.
True.
He out in the hall talking to you. You can't avoid Vern.
You're right.
That's
talking some craziness. Vern talking crazy all times of the day. You in there before an exam. He talking about breaking white girls' backs. Vern, man.
Oh man.
Here's another one for y'all.
All the time, man.
Alley Cat or Tipton's?
Yeah, you remember Tipton's like that, yo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with Tipton's, man.
Tipton's.
Yo,
Didn't I knock a damn a portrait off a wall in Tipton's? Trying to get at a chick?
Probably did, man.
Yo, man, couldn't nothing touch Tipton's, yo. For real.
Yeah.
I was talking the other day. I was telling a story about damn where we was at. I took y'all down there. What the hell is that shit that with the scorpion bones? Van Dome.
Oh
okay. Yeah.
And dog got fucked up. So I'm walking. he like, yo, He like, yo, you like to carry your boy to the bathroom. I'm like, what are you talking about? He like, me? I'm like, you? I said, you better walk your ass to the bathroom. I'm carrying you to the bathroom. You might have to carry your boy to the bathroom. What are you talking about? Me?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Here's one for y'all. Being a dad or husband / significant other?
Being a
Dad all
dad.
day for me.
Dad.
Yeah, man, that's hands down, bro. I appreciate my wife, but yo, man, ain't nothing better than my kids, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they aggravate
Hands
me,
down.
man.
Yeah. And
Even
then,
when they aggravate me, man.
and then individually, you guys, as far as I go with P first. Same question. What you most proud of?
What am I most proud of?
Yeah.
My daughter. She's the best damn thing ever happened to me. I mean, anything to do with my daughter. My daughter.
I hear
Dax.
The kids, man, you know, they help me stay grounded, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I could have wilded out, but you know, they was always in the back of my mind. So I had to, you know, they gave me a lot of structure, man.
Yeah. Right. What about you? What you most proud of, man?
Yo, man, it's just maintaining this family, yo.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I got my kids and my wife, yo, and let's be clear, yo, my journey, and everybody's journey, you know, they got a story, yo. But the fact that we still doing this 15 years later, yo, and it's times where I be going downstairs in the basement or walking out, I be like, yo, I ain't built for this shit, yo.
Yeah.
But here I am 15 years later. Real talk, I wouldn't change up, man. I mean, that's one thing I had to learn, man. Yo, I was switching up, you know, we all did it, switching up women like we do pants, man. Like, yo, I don't have to hear your mouth. But yo, you're gonna have to hear, I don't care if they white, black, Spanish, you're gonna hear their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I had to find that out the hard way, man. I don't care which one you go at, fat, small, skinny, tall, they all run the mouth, man. It's about what problem you willing to deal with, yo.
Yeah.
But real talk, not to get too long-winded, man, it's the fact that me and my wife still doing this 15 years later with our kids, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
What about you, C?
Yeah, definitely I say children and family, like a little kind of what Rod touched on, you know, it ain't a lot of work involved. It ain't easy, a lot of give and take. And not everyone is built for it. So, you know, it takes a lot to be successful to this point.
It will go over.
I mean, I have two beautiful, healthy, charismatic children. So I'm proud of them and proud of the family that me and Sharon have built. So I say that, my children, my family.
I'm going to stay with you. We reverse it here. What's the best part about being Corey Brown?
You said what?
The best part about being Corey Brown? Corey Brown, yeah.
See, bold.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would say that through all my stops, I've been well liked. People tend to like me. I lead by example, and most of my places I've been in a leadership position or been a leader. So I think overall people like me. I'm fair, honest, and I think I have a pretty good sense of humor. So I think I like people and people like me. I like to have a good time and enjoy company. I say I'm pretty loyal to the people close to me. And I guess that answers the question. I probably went off on a tangent, but that's what I would say.
Nah, it's all good. What about you? Best part about being Rod Williams, man?
Yo, man. Dude, my dad told me, man, before he passed away, he used to say it to me all the time, yo. He just be like, yo, just keep living and you're going to learn, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really knew how true that was, yo, until I started going through some real shit, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, he froze on us. What
I
about
thought that
you?
was my phone. I was like,
Nah. He'll double back. What about you, Dax?
The best thing is that what the question again? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
what's the best part about being Mike Boyd
Oh,
here?
just honesty, man. Being up front, not holding back on anything. There's a couple things, man. People say personality. I like to joke around, but tell me I'm a funny motherfucker sometimes, man. Like, just an all-around individual who can get along with anybody. Can mix and match with any community. So I think that's the best part of me.
Yeah. About you, best part about being Paul Thompson here, man.
Man, still learning, brother. I think to be determined. I mean, I'm a work in progress. I spend a lot of my days working in a field, and though I've made some good money, it's not something that really, really made my soul happy, because in financial industry, it's a lot of lying and it's not me. It's a lot of taking people's money. So I'm taking steps to, go into the field that I love. Like, I'm teaching myself through YouTube University right now, but I'll be taking classes. Like I'm trying to get into screenwriting. I'm trying to write something.
Okay.
It's what I should have always been doing, but I just, money dictates a lot of things. So I would say still to be determined. Right now, my greatest work is my daughter, and she always will be. But my second work will be, the ability to put something out that I think will help, or at least talk for me, or talk for, us out here when a lot of us are silent. And that's really what I'm focused on.
Nice.
Yeah, nah, that's real, man. And I know when we spoke before, when we had all y'all, I mean, like, how much you guys mean to me, man. Like I said, this is crazy. Obviously, college, what have you, that's the whole transition, trying to just figure out yourself and what's going to be next and everything else. But I couldn't ask for a better group of people to try to figure that out with. You know what I mean? And I think it's just one of those things as far as just being so appreciative of y'all, man. It was just always just like one of those things. Just wanted to always make sure, like, I was doing something or trying to do something, or at least staying out of jail, because I need all y'all putting your money together to try to get me out. You know what I mean? Like I said, and so I think just even with all that said, man, I'm just, like I said, just so appreciative 20, 25 years later, like you can still even jump on this, or, had a group text or whatever the case may be, man. Like that stuff is a nice pick me up here and there, man. I mean, some of these days, just be a little off, and just to kind of hit somebody with a joke or just saying what's up or whatever, man. That's definitely, like, for me, it's a nice pick me up. But all in all, like I said, man, I just wanted to just thank y'all, man, just being like officially y'all, man, and helping Ed be officially Ed, man. Like, bottom of my heart, man. I'm like, I've been blessed. I've been blessed to have a lot of people like in my life here, man, and you guys are part of it, man. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you, man. You're the glue to all of this too, man.
It's a lot, man.
You holding us all, with these Zoom meetings and stuff, and the text messages. So you keeping the fire burning, within us. So appreciate you, man.
Yeah, nah, man. That, like I said, it goes both ways, man. And like I said, man, you guys are part of my everyday hero cruise, man. Like I said, I mean, we could look and idolize these jokers on TV or whatever, whoever we listen to, whatever the case is, man. But it's them everyday folks that just like you and everybody on here, man, like all my heroes, man. So like I said, I just try my best to just to do everybody right here. So it's good things you said when, like, my name get brought up. So that's all I just shoot for. Cool, man. Yo,
What's up, man?
appreciate it, man. I know Rod in the car, his phone, I know he on a minute restriction, so. Yeah, I know you're on a minute restriction, man. I know, Rod, you trying to get all of us together, man. Let's try and do something, man. Like I said, whatever the case may be, I know you're trying to pull people together. Whatever the case is, man, something small, something big, man, let's try to do something. I mean, I know this thing opening up and everybody, could try to figure something out. I know people in their households are probably trying to go on trips and do something but obviously let's try to sneak something in, guy related.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just chop it up for a minute, yo. I mean, yo, it feel like it's been forever, man.
I know.
We talk like this, we stay with the chats. It's been a long time since we all sat in the room and just chopped it up and just freaking. I can't remember. When was the last time when we had dinner in New York? I think that was the last time at what's that restaurant?
Dog's been fortunate enough to have some of them functions.
Oh yeah, that's right. When we went to Dog House, that's
not
right.
all of us caught up, but I think majority of us.
Yeah.
Definitely, T, man. I appreciate y'all, man, and let's talk.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks, brother.
All right,
Thanks,
you
man.
got it. All right.
All right. Peace.
Later.
All right, peace,
All right.
fellas.
Peace, y'all.